fantastic live stream. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, here with...
A person who you still might recognize, but really is Charles Barkley.
And
Jet's being mean and won't let me pull my items out.
And today we're going to do a Memer playthrough. Memer, are you excited?
I am. I feel like the Dimmadab at the Dimmadome.
Nice. Also, we're almost at episode 20.
Nice.
So, we're getting up there.
Yeah, I got all these odd numbers.
So, hit me up with a recap. Like, where was your character last time?
Basically, a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff has changed. The main thing, in my personal storyline, I was trying to get a phone so that I could call, one, Cuppo, and two, the girl who's on Andraxia, the space girl. And so the way that I did that was I just convinced all of Verizon to give me a phone for forever. So that worked. Another thing, I ended up trying to start collecting all the jewels, so I convinced the dragon that was burning down the apartments to work for me, and show me where the map is for all the jewels. So I went after the jewels, have gotten one, it sort of got another one, but need to actually retrieve it. Then I still have the other ones that are hidden that everyone's looking for that I'm trying to find. Also, in the past session that I wasn't in the past two sessions that I weren't in, things still happened because I was a part of them.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that happened, I ended up being able to pin the rest of the Speed Force against each other to try and hunt down all of
Speed
this.
Patrol, blame Matt. He
Speed
keeps
Patrol.
calling them the
Okay.
Force.
Speed Patrol against each other to try to kill each other. So I convinced all the speedsters.
Not all of them.
Some people resist.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, but some of them
But you don't know that.
resisted. Right? But I don't know that. So I think all the speed patrol are trying to kill each other. A good bit of them are. So more of them have died. I think one or two more have died.
Fire Rider died.
Fire Rider flat out died. Constructs in Hell.
Yeah, Contracts
Ryan's in Hell.
Ryan's on a... Well, he is a speedster. Ryan's in Hell.
And we've got two other guys coming after me who never showed up.
Hell Rider and Flame Rider.
Because for whatever reason they didn't catch me in the school, and I was in shadows for the entire session.
You just hid.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's what's been going on. And then in the latest one, I got a dragon that was made in a toilet from toilet wine.
Which you know how to do. Make sure you write that down on your sheet as
Yeah, I
well
already
as
have
the
it.
other things. Okay. Do you have the blade you got?
Yeah.
You got the pin?
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. I have scientists who now control a ship that was Atlantean, so that's pretty cool.
He also controls Dr. Evil's entire forces.
Right, I also control Dr. Evil's entire forces.
I wonder how
Aiden
Aiden hasn't been classified as a villain yet.
This is going to be a pretty good... I'm like the secret Monopoly guy. I'm controlling everything, but nobody knows.
Parkway Place.
Yeah.
The Springdale Parkway Place.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, I'm just slowly trying to get these jewels.
Okay, sweet. Would you like to start where our last session left off? Or at a new point, since it's technically the future based on normal continuity, since we're on episode 17?
A new point works just because I was in the school for the last one, and the school was kind of getting fucked up. So
I mean, it could have just get resolved.
it just there's goo.
I mean, you
Oh,
ran out of
shit.
you ran out of the school.
This is gonna be really
I
interesting.
don't want to be in the goo.
But you more or less ran out instantly.
That's true.
So you were out and you had 40 minutes
You're
game
right.
time.
You're right.
Hit me up
So-
with a timestamp.
Okay. It's 9:13.
So are we
Okay,
doing
do a
this in
check.
a new day
New
or
day.
not?
New day. Awesome.
It is a new day. Okay.
4-4.
Okay, you wake up at 8 a.m. Do you watch the news or not?
Sure.
Okay. Do you do that in the morning?
Yeah, I do that as soon as I get up. I'm oh, what's the news saying? In this world that I have a big part in now.
So in the Springdale News, they're yesterday was probably one of the worst days. How do you feel? And he turns to a female news announcer, and it's well, a few days ago, a big supply of Springdale's water turned into a mud monster, so I've been really thirsty. I feel like that was probably one of the worst days. He's like, I don't know. A lot of the people in the city have been turned into weird slime zombies as of yesterday. I feel like that was pretty bad. And then she's like, I don't know. Maybe I gotta agree with you, because, I mean, Dr. Evil's forces broke a bunch of villains out of jail. So we got a bunch of villains just running around, and a bunch of slime zombies, and I can only drink filtered mud. Really? That's what I do. I have a Purita filter on my fucking faucet. And you know what comes out? It comes out clear water, and then I open my Purita filter, and it's just fucking dirt. I got clean dirt out of it. I can't believe it. But anyways, for the weather. And the weather guy is, like, controlled by, like, a slime thing. He has, like, yellow eyes, and the slime leaks from his mouth. And he, like, is walking from his side of the set. And the cameraman, like, turns the camera to pan to follow him as he, like, goes up to the news announcers. And they're like, fucking Tom! And, like, the news guy reaches under the desk and pulls out a shotgun and, like, shoots the other guy in the head. His brains just splatter across the wall. And a slime monster with one eye, like, is stuck to the wall, and it looks at him and starts scurrying real quick toward him. And the news announcer guy's like, just shooting at it on the ground.
Well, it's a good thing this isn't my problem.
And, like, the, like, slime monster, like, blows up after, like, a couple shots. The news announcer's sweating, he's breathing hard. And he turns to the camera and he's like, by the way, I still have a $1 million bounty on anyone that can bring in time travelers.
Okay. So I didn't know the news guy was rich. That's great.
Well, I thought that was through the bounty office.
No, it's through the news.
It was specifically through the news guy?
Yeah.
So what was the point of me going to the bounty office?
You chose it. No one told you to do that.
All right. So I am going to.
Also, you still don't know that because you don't look at your subjects.
You're right, but I could watch the news.
Continue.
Okay. I'm going to open my window.
Okay.
Okay.
Outside, you just see people, like, crawling up the sides of buildings and shit with, like, the green slime, and they'll go up to people's windows, and they, like, will build up a big slime fist, and it'll stretch itself out and slingshot into the window and grab people and pull them out, and you see those people's skin start to, like, boil and burn away before the slime enters their body. Their eyes turn yellow, and then they join them, climb the building, they keep going up.
Damn.
Do you look down at all?
No, so I like slowly start to close my window. But
And as you do, a hand like puts itself in the way to like interrupt it. The hand's all green and covered in slime.
I got you. Okay. So I.
Actually, that's a very interesting question because theoretically the slimes don't have minds.
Okay, so I like back up a little bit, and I get the top of the window, and I just like really hard start slamming the fuck out of it.
So as you like start slamming the fuck out of it, you cut its like fingers off, but the fingers have slime on them, and the slime starts to like slither on the ground like towards you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I get my trash can and I like flip it over and I like put it, and then I put like a big box like on top of it, like weighted.
That's not going to escalate into something bad later.
So, and it like shoots up through it. It like burns. It's almost acidic the way the slime works. So it just burns a hole through it and shoots up like a bullet straight toward you.
Okay. So let me see. Do the slime things have like an interconnected mind or anything? Like, do they have anything?
You wouldn't know. The
into?
news didn't say anything like this. Just in. By the way,
I would imagine zombie slimes don't have minds.
So you don't know.
But like, if I try my power.
You would waste it if they didn't have a mind.
Okay, so then I'll just open up a tiny black hole that's just the size of the thing that's coming at me and catch it in there. And
When did that drag you in? Because
no, he
I can
has
make it to
really
whatever
good control
size
over
it
it. The way he wrote it, he can make it whatever he wants. So you have a little pocket dimension with the slime in it?
Yeah.
Cool. Where'd he put it? I like the thought process. He's just like, where do I put it?
subspace.
I don't have a subspace then. Oh, subspace communicator thing? Like,
No, just put it in subspace.
What is subspace?
Well, you couldn't have this conversation.
Well,
Matt doesn't
you're
use
right.
the subject.
So you don't know.
Yeah,
what subspace-
you have no idea what he's trying to communicate.
Okay, so
Plain white hits you up.
Hey, Plain
No,
White.
Chad.
Plain white's like, holy shit! Have you seen all these like slime people?
Chad, don't tell him about subspace.
and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, man. I really am trying to get my dragons so that I can like finish doing some more shit I've been trying to do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Wait, where do you keep your dragons?
I have to call them.
But I mean, where are they when you're not calling them?
I guess at my base.
You probably shouldn't call your dragons. Like, if you don't know their condition and you hit them up, you don't want a giant fire-breathing slime zombie to just fly to your house and fuck it up.
It's true, but if they're at my base, then they're just fucking up my base.
But how do you know they're not? Like, the slime things haven't gone to your base.
Because
Like, that's
they'd
what I'm
have
saying.
because they'd have to, like... Well, first off, the inside of my base is locked.
But they're all acidic. They just, like, burn through shit.
Okay, so I look out my window and look toward my base.
Your base is higher than, like, your... You've never been level
Is there
with your
any,
thing.
like, goo or anything that I can see? Because there'd be, like... If they, like, touch the platform or, like, the ladder or anything, like, there'd be some evidence.
So, as far as you can tell, no. You notice, because you're looking through, like, a closed window, so you notice that some of the slime monster guys will, like, throw, like, one hand forward, and the slime will, like, stick to the street, and then they, like, slingshot themselves forward, and they just shoot through the sky, like, across the road. And they'll, like, latch to buildings and start rapidly climbing them and shit.
So do they choose to be acidic then? Because theoretically they'd be burning through whatever they're touching.
Well, you don't see any of this.
Of course
'cause
I
you don't use your subspace.
I'm just asking from a
yeah.
GM perspective.
You don't know. So,
Okay.
Jed, I'm pretty good at keeping with my character's knowledge.
by the way, slime monster, like another one, has like just slingshot itself like in front of your window.
Right.
So it like jump scare, fucking if it was a movie, and like yeah.
I'm like, like that.
So what do? He's like bracing himself against the wall. There's still a window down between you two, but I mean the clear is coming after you.
Okay, so I use one of my powers to project violent, unending gay sex scenes into the minds of every slime monster, distracting them and making them unable to do anything.
If they have minds.
So
Give it a shot.
Yeah, he's gonna give it a shot.
Because even still, they have like some sort of like perception, like they can see or they can like. Because you said it has an eye.
Yeah, it has an eye.
So then, if it has an eye, it has a brain that's processing information.
It could be for show.
I mean, we're about to find out. The monster begins to like beat against the window.
So it just doesn't work.
You don't feel the same thing that you feel when someone like has a jewel. So it doesn't feel like your shit just fizzled out. Like whatever you did, it like activated its full way. But the effect doesn't seem to be like noticeable.
It like helps. They're like, ooh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, and you used a power.
Yeah, let me mark that shit down.
I'm glad that you mark it. Unlike
I always know how many
Yo boy
powers I
Shadow Dark Gale. Scavenger said greetings and salutations. Yo Scavenger, welcome to the stream.
I always know how many powers I use, Jed.
Okay, so if I like Kirby suck the monster into my mouth, will I take damage from that? Because I'm trying to steal their like power.
When did you have a Kirby suck ability?
He's always had it.
Why does he never
rarely
use
uses
it? That sounds super useful.
Thank you. It's just my black holes in my mind control are more useful, I feel like. So a lot of the time I
Just
like,
taking people's powers is great.
They like become
but I can't
items.
use it.
Yeah, he
so
can't
I just
use it.
have it. Like,
But like they don't have it.
no, that's true. So that's what I'm trying to do with the slime monster, so I can like develop an immunity.
So there's a there's like a pane of glass and like a window between you and like the slime monster. So
So I'd have to Kirby second. No. Okay.
yeah, that doesn't sound
Yeah.
like you would be aware of this before
Right.
you would do it. Also, did you give your number to like lag? Okay, we're good. So I'm gonna repeat. So did you give your number to the Weenie Hut General? And he's like, so you receive a phone call, but at the same time you still have like the slime monster thing like outside the window.
I'm like continuing. Okay, wait. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, is time continue to pause like while I look through this real quick?
I mean, I could be a dick and be like, so he's still banging on the window and it's like cracking while you're on the, I mean, it makes sense because you're thinking out. Can you do a check to see like how fucked your window is?
Yeah.
If you pass, he still has some time to break it.
Awesome.
So he just broke that bitch. So it's now like slithering its way into your room and forming like a humanoid shape.
Awesome.
So you still got some time. Do another check to see if it's taking it a while to reform.
No.
No? That nigga's formed as humanoid, so he's just coming straight for you now.
Awesome. Okay. I transfer my consciousness into it.
Does it work? Because he has
Because I can also transfer it into inanimate objects. So I
That's
can
a fair
transfer it into
point.
whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
Jay, why do you allow these things?
Yeah, so you just are a slime monster thing right now.
Awesome. Okay.
But you can't use any slime monster thing powers because of how your thing works. You use your own powers while you're in a slime monster body.
But now no slime monsters are gonna come after me because I'm a slime monster.
You hear banging on the door, and also your phone is still ringing in like the pocket of like your body that collapsed in front of you. Your door burst open, and slime monsters enter the room, and they're like coming to like get your body.
Your body's screwed, Aiden.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. So I'm going to open a. I'm going to open a wormhole using 2 of my powers, and I'm going. Because I already have the pocket dimension of the island, I can just use one black hole to open a sucking thing to the singularity that the island's in.
And just send
My
zombie
body.
slime creatures.
My
Oh,
body.
your body
My body.
to the island.
Yes, that hasn't been infected by this because it was before any of the slime monsters came. So it
Scavenger
is
says
pure.
vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom. So I'm gonna send my body to the island that's in a pocket dimension, that's in my own pocket, which I guess just makes like a singularity that's fucking.
That is really
in and of
weird.
itself. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just I guess out of time and space as of right now.
So you pull yourself into your pocket dimension on the island. Give me a check.
5-3.
So you pass?
Yeah.
You have a flashback, and remember that the island that's in your pocket dimension is goddamn Dinosaur Island.
Right.
You sent your body
To
to Dinosaur Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds safe.
More safe than fucking slime monster Earth.
Scavenger, which you can't hear because you sent your body with your subspace communicator into Dinosaur Island, said, "Hell yeah!" But your now non-conscious
neither of us
body,
can take advice from the extreme.
yeah, your non-conscious body is now alone on Dinosaur Island with dinosaurs
Sounds safe.
that are like they have limited resources because they can't get any additional shit where they are.
Okay.
Sounds pretty safe.
Also, if you had failed that check, I wouldn't have brought up that it was Dinosaur Island. I just would have.
I mean, I knew it was Dinosaur Island, but I figured like
Yeah, Aiden doesn't care.
no, I got out of it. So ooh fuck. This
I
is
will
gonna be great.
occasionally make you make checks.
No, I get you. This is gonna be great. All right, so I transfer my consciousness to my body that's on Dinosaur Island.
Okay.
So now I'm at 13. Then I used 1, so 12, 11.
Okay. You're on Dinosaur Island. Roll 1d20 to see how many hungry, angry fucking dinosaurs are around you. Scavenger says he turns a blunt to mud and he teleports to Dinosaur Island to accompany you.
Yo, what up, Kirby?
That's
I'm
not good.
kinda
That's Scavenger.
Oh, what up,
He said
Scavenger?
just
My
because
bad.
why not?
Right.
I guess he could tell over subspace that you were unconscious and on fucking Dinosaur Island.
Tell you what. Okay. 1.
There's one angry, very hungry dinosaur that's about to fuck with you and Scavenger.
Awesome. So I get up and I say, "Hey, Scavenger, in case the dinosaur tries to attack me, like definitely hold it off if you can. But I'm gonna try and control the minds of all the dinosaurs and convince them to work for me on the entire island.
Scavenger says, so what happened to Earth while I was sleeping?" He asked.
It's all fucked. It's all fucked.
So, do a check, both of you. If both of you pass, the dinosaur doesn't fuck with either of you. But if one of you fails, then the dinosaur goes to whoever fails. And if both of you fails, the dinosaur tries to fuck with both of you.
but I also need to do a check first for the consciousness, right? Or that's after?
Well, you stopped to answer his question,
Okay,
and the dinosaur was already pissed.
so I failed.
You failed, so the dinosaur's definitely gonna go for you.
Right.
And then scavenger, how did you? He said, "I turned the dino to mud."
I mean,
He didn't even want to do a check. He was like, "I just do it. He's mud now. He's mudosaur."
Awesome.
Fucking okay.
So I use a power to.
And they'll try to
all the
resist.
dinosaurs.
They're gonna try to resist.
Awesome.
well, it's a good thing I didn't screw with the
They
slimes because
didn't
I wasn't
make
gonna be able to deal with it.
They didn't make it.
Oh, they didn't resist.
Nope.
Okay, so you control the dinosaurs on Dinosaur Island.
Actually,
Nice.
actually, would he have to make a check for the dinosaurs because they don't really have minds?
Yeah, they
Because
can resist.
because I've been able to use powers on things that don't have minds without checking.
It depends. But yeah, you got the
Dinosaurs,
dinosaurs.
Chad.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you control the dinosaurs on Dinosaur Island.
Nice. So I'm going to call Doobly-Doo.
Why do I
I'm gonna
have
call
to not
Plain
check
White
on a
my
200-foot
subspace
monster, but he has to check
Okay.
on a dinosaur?
You call Plain White. Plain White's like, "Yo, what's up?
And I'm like, Plain White, Earth is fucked. Have you noticed?
Remember when I called you earlier and I
Yeah.
said Earth is fucked?"
And then, like, right when you called me, I was getting fucked. So I had to call you back and bring up again that Earth is fucked so that we can continue this conversation.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Then yeah, I definitely noticed. Scavenger said, "I don't play games with life and death."
Next, could you do me a favor? Since you're, like, I assume in your plane not wanting to be on the ground where all this fuck shit is going on.
I'm on a space plane. I'm like orbiting the Earth.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Can you look down some way, or maybe even send down a drone that can check on my base and my dragons for me? Because if my dragons are fine, then I'm going to teleport them here. If they're fucked, then I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay. So he like sends a drone down from the space plane and it like re-enters orbit, and it's getting near your base, like to where it's like about to like save it, and then suddenly.
That'd be monster dragons.
He's like, my camera went green, and then that was it. I had no shit. It was gone. You want me to send another? I have plenty of drones.
I guess, like, I'd send a few.
Okay. Roll a d20. It'll determine how many drones he sends.
21.
Wait, that sounds
Six.
possible.
He sends 6 drones down from his space plane to go check on your base. Do a check for each drone. If one passes, then you can stop doing checks. Fail.
Pass.
So how many fails?
2.
2.
So far.
So at least one of the drones makes it. The other ones are getting snatched out of the sky by goo. Before one of the drones gets snatched, it gets close enough to like your platform to show that like the baby drowner people got fucked that were like up there.
The baby drowner people.
Remember, your platform can only be accessed by people who have drowned.
So they're all like, this is our haven.
Yeah, but they got fucked. Like they got caught by like the goo people, and you notice that where your base has like the door or whatever has been like melted through, and also that there's a big hole in the back of it.
Do I see my dragons?
No,
They just left.
but you do see a big hole in the back
A big hole in the back of that.
of your base.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go and get the gym that's on Dinosaur Island. I mean, it resists a whole bunch of powers, so then I could just come out with it and be like, get fucked. Get fucked. I have a gym.
I still don't understand how the snake person started all of this.
Did the snake person start it?
As far as I know, yes.
Remember, you can't hear him, but you watched it, so you saw whatever you saw.
Okay.
Kirby said pineapples. Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. Scavenger said toot toot.
Okay, awesome. So I rally together all of the dinosaurs on Dinosaur Island, and I tell them to scour the
Roll
island.
1d20.
All 2 dinosaurs.
How many? 1.
All 1 dinosaur.
So there were only 2 dinosaurs left on that. You left them with like no resources on an island by themselves. There were only 2. They were gonna hunt each other to the
last
death,
dinosaur.
and one of them was mud, and now one of them is yours. I thought you were gonna have a shit ton of fucking dinosaurs. I really did think you're gonna roll one. One dinosaur shows up. It can be any kind of dinosaur you want.
Awesome.
A real life dinosaur though. You can't be like it's like a mutant, right? And like no, like a normal dinosaur.
Okay, it's like a giant pterodactyl.
Okay, cool. You got a pterodactyl.
A giant pterodactyl.
Let's see. Scavenger said he's got to go to subspace sleep. He says in real life I'm watching JJ. Kirby asks, has anyone taken any damage? Okay, yeah, no one's taking damage. There's just a slime zombie apocalypse happening in Springdale. Right now he's on Dinosaur Island in this pocket dimension where he controls all one dinosaur.
Yeah, it's
All
pretty
one
chill.
dinosaur.
So I'm gonna call Dr. Evil's corporation.
They're all slime.
Do you know their number?
I imagine subspace.
They're
You think
villains.
the villain? Yeah, you think they all have no?
Not even one of them would be.
They're
like, I used to
villains.
be a hero, and then I like. No.
No. Dr. Evil doesn't fuck with those ex-heroes. Wannabes fucking... Kirby says, sounds like a good time.
I use my power because they're already convinced. They don't have to be reconvinced of some shit. Like, so I don't have to do a check. But I just use my power that convinces people to tell one of the Dr. Evil guys my phone number. And I'm like, call this number right now. Let me know what the fuck is going on. Like an authority guy. Like not
It will
like,
cost you a use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so a Dr. Evil minion calls you. Kirby said, how is our cybernetic speedster killing doing?
Not really happening unless they're dead by the slimes. That's actually a fair point. They could be dead from the slimes.
That actually is a really good Fuck, imagine Speedy Case.
But
The
he's
Speed
decked out.
Patrol cybernetic slimes. Like if it just keeps stacking, like the next time we see Speedy Case, the god. Kirby said, what was his name again? Speedy Case.
He's like, I've got to get to a case, and he fucking rips the courtroom open. And like eats people in the courtroom. So he eats the jury, and he's like, they can't convict if they're dead.
Got him again. Speedy Case. What do you do?
So I.
Oh yeah, he calls you.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what the fuck's going on Earth?
He's like, I'm the last one. Everybody else got taken by fucking slime monsters. I'm in a supply closet in space. They have a fucking ejector supply closet in the base. And I was like, this is the dumbest shit when I saw it on my first day, right? Mm-hmm. And it was so useful. I'm so glad they had this.
Exactly.
So, Joe, how are you gonna Deus Ex Machina this?
Wait, so you're the only.
We were really good at breaking niggas out of jail. We weren't good with slime zombies. We weren't ready.
Right.
No one was ready.
So you're the only person on this manned space station that Dr. Evil has. You were the
This is a supply closet that
In
also
space.
it ejects out of a base and goes to space.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have like mops and shit and like canned food.
Do you
And
have
that's
a
like
weapon?
a mop.
That's a pretty good weapon.
I mean, I'm in space. Unless like one of them's on the outside of my pod, please not. I should be good.
Meanwhile, you start hearing sizzling in the background.
You hear a bump. Plain White hits you up on subspace while you're on the phone.
Yeah.
He's like, I think I hit something. The supply closet guy is like, fuck, I think I got hit.
And I'm like,
Did it pierce the supply closet?
Check.
Because otherwise he's just gonna die from asphyxiation.
Kirby said,
it
only
didn't.
things I need now are occupation and major for a
No,
new
it didn't.
character. It didn't?
nah, sure for it.
Also, make sure to smash that like button. 3 viewers, 1 like. What is this?
So I'm like, so I get on subspace while I'm still talking to the dude on the phone, and I'm like, all right, Plain White, grab this dude who's in the supply closet, and I tell the dude in the supply closet, hey, this guy who's in a space plane is gonna pick you up, who just ran into you, board his space plane, and get into the space plane. I'm gonna teleport you guys onto this island with me where there's no slime zombies. Does that sound good to you?
He's like, yeah, that sounds great, but how do I go out into space? I don't have the spacesuit. Like, I'm safe inside.
And
Yeah,
I'm
it's not like
Plain
there's, like,
White,
airlocks on.
You have gadgets, right? Do you have an extra suit for somebody to get into your space plane with you? Because I need you to rescue this guy so I can teleport you both to Dinosaur Island with
Just use 2 teleports.
How do I get the suit to him without, like, killing him before he gets the suit?
Do you have 2 suits?
Right. If you have a suit,
But
it has
I
oxygen
couldn't have
on
told
it,
you
right?
But I have to, like, he'd have to get out, right?
Right.
And then you have to get the suit, and you have to get in the plane.
Right.
But there's like a problem, because as soon as he gets out to get the suit,
Oh yeah,
he
because
dies.
there's
But
no
you could-
airlocks at all. So once he opens the door to the supply closet, he gets asphyxiated.
But you wouldn't die immediately. You have a few seconds in space.
I mean, I don't know. That's
No, I'm certain. You have
you're like, I know he would make.
Yeah, you'd asphyxiate and then you'd freeze to death. And then part of you would burn if you were just out in space.
But do you think he's gonna be fast enough to get a suit on him?
If he has oxygen, he can just immediately put the oxygen on his mouth, hold it on there, and then dress the dude, and then get him into the plane.
He's like, I think I might have an idea.
Okay.
Plain white.
What's up?
He hits a button on his like space plane, and it shoots a tether to like the supply closet.
Oh,
thing.
just put it in the cargo hold.
And he's like, I have it tethered. I don't have a way to pull shit in. I just have a way to like connect.
Oh, he
to
doesn't
things.
have a cargo
Okay,
hold.
this is fine. I say, is your space plane strong enough to fly in an atmosphere?
It has to be strong enough to leave the atmosphere in the first place.
So it can also hold this weight that it'll be carrying once it enters an atmosphere.
Oh, like with the I've never tethered anything in like not space.
Okay, what about this?
Kirby said, 2 likes. Why are you always behind? Dude, we only have 1 like. He says, what hacker has control over your account? Hopefully none.
Okay.
Chupa says, hey.
So
Kirby
real
says,
quick, I get on the phone with both of them, and I say, hey, this is sort of a 3-way call, but not really because you're on 2 different things and you can't really talk to each other. But I'm making this like a 3-way call. So I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a big black hole.
Plain White says,
This
if you
just-
put it on speaker, I could hear him.
Awesome, so I put it on speaker. Hey, alright, so I'm going to open up a black hole that's just big enough for both of you. You're both tethered together, but I'm going to open the black hole onto a place on Dinosaur Island that is in the water. That's like above the water.
Plain White goes, the water. How much water is still on Dinosaur Island?
Very
Remember
little.
when the dragon
Very
evaporated?
little.
I don't think there's enough water to hold a space plane where I wouldn't just crash and die.
No, you're not going to. When I teleport you, I want you to untether and continue to fly the plane and just try to get this guy to like safely land in the water.
But he won't save. Like, he'll still crash and die. Like,
Not
your
necessarily.
plan sounds like I'm safe, but then he'll fall and he'll just hit the thing and die.
How many power uses do you have?
I have 10 more.
You have plenty of power uses. You've got like 20 minutes maybe?
Chupa says it lags for him. Kirby says it's not lagging for him.
I mean, I couldn't have told you that, but...
I got you. I know what I'm going to do.
3 viewers and 2 likes. Smash that like button,
So I
please.
say, alright, so I'm going to tell you, when you get into the atmosphere of Dinosaur Island, just kick your engine as hard as you can to try and lift this thing. While you're doing that, I'm going to get a dinosaur to like come and try and help you out with picking up this thing so that you can both land safely.
No dinosaur is fast enough and also big enough in order to keep up with the space plane and hold it up to, like, Plain White's like just giving you like logistics, like not shitting on your plan, just saying it's actually impossible unless you have like a super, like the dinosaur like has speed powers along with everything else.
I have someone's power. Whose power do I have right now?
Your own, remember?
No, but there was one that I like physically Kirby sucked and like took.
But you don't use
Didn't that fizzle? Like, didn't you try to Kirby suck, but someone had a jewel and it was like, no.
I thought like a while back I actually Kirby sucked someone and like took their power.
I don't remember. I have like no memory.
Okay. Anyway,
Kirby says 3 likes. No, you lie. You lie.
I guess what I'll do,
2 likes.
I'll just open up
I
two
want
different.
3.
I'll just use 2 black holes to teleport them both individually, one to the ground, one to the
So
air above
4
dinosaur.
power usages?
No, I
It's,
just
it's
have
connecting
2.
to a pre-existing thing
Oh,
he's
okay.
already made. Yeah.
Wait, they just stick around?
He has a pocket dimension, which just is a condensed black hole. So he's now at 8 powers left.
So I teleported dude's supply closet onto the sand.
Smoke
and
said
Speedy
on
case
stream.
into
Kirby
the air.
said, could leader of the Night Corps be an occupation? Yes, the Night Corps is Springdale.
And I say, alright, so you don't need to do that because I'm going to teleport you like
Just say
into the
free.
air and then one onto the ground.
Oh wait, you're bringing my whole plane?
I'm gonna bring your whole plane. Wait, detether him.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to teleport your plane into the atmosphere of Dinosaur Island. So as soon as you can, come swing by and land safely near us. I'm gonna get. Oh no, actually, stay in the air because I want you to start looking for this jewel and the dude has the jewel. I'm gonna teleport this other guy into the sand, like near us, like a little, like a good few feet away from us.
Okay.
Awesome. So I do that.
Okay. So your guy appears, and he's like, it's fucking supply closet. We did it. Plain white is like flying around over the island, and he's like, I have no way of like finding where this jewel is. Like he said you up over such. He's like, before I just knew where it was.
That was pretty good, Jen. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
What was?
I think he likes the whole supply closet thing.
Yeah.
Kirby said, my major will be sword fighting, even though Meta Knight is very accomplished swordsman. Cool.
Ooh, awesome. So then that would mean that he can fight this dude who has the sword. The skull dude.
The skull
who was
dude?
fighting with the sword.
But Kirby's not being hunted. I mean, I guess he could,
Yeah.
if he wanted.
So,
Also, thank you for smashing the like button.
I asked the dinosaur, hey, have you seen a jewel dude on this island?
Congratulations on finishing your character, Kirby. The dinosaur goes, "Ruff, ruff, ruff, roar."
That's about right.
And I'm like, so yeah?
And then it does this.
Okay, so
I'll look over your character later, Kirby. I'm with you.
awesome. So since there's only one other dinosaur on this island, and I have it, since there's one dinosaur on this island, and I have it.
What kind
it's
of
like
dinosaur is it? You've like yet.
pterodactyl.
Giant pterodactyl.
Oh, you did disclose it.
Giant
You're right.
pterodactyl. So
Can I have the pterodactyl lift for
it's just struggle. Alright, so I say, ooh, I have an idea. Since we dried out most of the water and this guy was like stuck in the water, circle around the island and see if there's a hole. I'm telling this to Plain White. Circle around the island in your plane, see if there is a hole that the dude might have dug himself out. It would be like an obvious hole. It's like, oh.
He flies over. He does a check. He's like, I didn't find any holes.
Fuck. Okay. Fly to the volcano and see if he's there.
Like just around.
Yeah.
He
like,
flies.
See if you can see any indication of skull dude.
He flies around the volcanoes. He's like, I don't see it.
Fuck. Alright, so fly around and see if there's any like structures or anything that like might be a place where someone would go.
It looks like there's a temple in like the center of the island.
Awesome. So I get in the plane with Plain White, and well, I tell Plain White to land.
Okay, I thought you were gonna teleport into the plane.
No, I ask Plain White to land.
Okay.
I get me and my dude, and we get in Plain White's plane. And I
Plain White goes, where are we going?
say, we're about to go to this temple.
So shouldn't we just? It's like in the wilderness. I have nowhere to land. There's like being next to the water is probably like the easiest way for me to land here.
Mhm.
Like since I landed,
Okay.
we might as well just walk.
You're right, but we have a pterodactyl. Land your plane.
Oh, well, he already landed. Remember? So
Awesome.
that's how you guys were getting in it.
Awesome. So, since you've landed your plane, we're going to get on this pterodactyl, and I'm telling the pterodactyl to go and land on the temple.
Okay, so you guys, how do you stay affixed to a pterodactyl?
Hold on really hard.
I open up a little black hole that's just like it's a narrow
It's
little
the same
strip,
like saddle
and it
thing.
just-
Oh, but it works for everybody.
Yeah.
I see. Do a check to see if the pterodactyl can successfully fly with like 3 passengers.
No.
No. Okay. Somebody has to get off.
Also, I'm sorry, Aiden, but I find it oddly cathartic that you're getting screwed over in a session for once compared to how I always get screwed over.
I understand. I'm gonna make it. So I say, hey, Plain White, do you have like Do you have a thing that your plane can land itself?
Like a autopilot kind of thing? So you're asking me if I can ride in my plane and then jump out of my plane and then my plane do it? Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna say, do you have a parachute?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do that.
Okay.
And we're gonna go there first, and then you come and meet us.
Okay. He gets off a pterodactyl. Well, he tries to stand straight up, and he's like, "How do I get off this thing?"
I'm like, I got you, and I like shrink it just a little bit to like get out of like underneath his butt. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, just to us.
Do you have the power to like keep? You do, because you condense it into the thingies. Yeah. So yeah, he gets off, and he's gonna go to his plane and do the plane.
Nice.
Okay. Can your pterodactyl fly with 2 people on it?
To find the fuck out. Technically no, but it's really close.
No.
Alright, so I say, plain white, do you have 2 parachutes?
Plain white like comes up to your boy, and he's like, "What is your name even?" And he goes, "I'm Evilstein." And he goes, "Wow, I hate your name." And he like just slaps the thing on his chest, and it makes like an identical suit to plain white's, but it's like red and blue instead of white and black. And he's like, "Come into my ship, I guess.
Yeah, so I like shrink.
Don't fuck it up." Is he evil? Like he points at, like, he has a really evil name.
I'm like, kinda, but he like also works for me. Like now he's chill. Especially now that we're all in this like death crisis situation, I feel like it's better for us all to just focus on trying to survive and then figure out the semantics of good and evil after we realize that not everyone on Earth is dead.
Evilstein says, "I'm hungry." Plain white is like, "There's like fruit all over the fucking." We'll get food. Just get the point.
You had beans. Like I don't know what you.
Let's see. Kirby said, "How does one get off this thing?" Punch falls off. Then Kirby says, "Reference." So plain white and Evilstein get in the space plane. They take off. So you're gonna ride the pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Okay. So the pterodactyl, like, where do you want to land around the temple? Because you're gonna approach it like overhead.
Like?
The temple looks like a Mayan kind of thing.
Okay, so it's like a big like stacked up thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the entrance?
The entrance has like a big stairway. Like you gotta walk up to get into like the rectangular door.
I'll just land in front of the rectangular door.
There's like not a lot of room because it's stairs. Like it's like a narrow stairway that leads into the.
Pterodactyls have like claws.
So he's gonna
grip onto the stairs and land.
Okay, and then you're gonna walk on him.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk on him. The pterodactyl uncomfortably takes it as you walk off of his body and you go up the fucking stairway. Kirby says it's a Mayan pyramid.
Nice.
And
so I tell the pterodactyl to like go and like just perch on the top of the little top of the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait until like you see us run out like Temple of Doom or some shit, and then like come and pick us up or pick me at least up because I don't want to get fucked.
The pterodactyl.
I'm like, nice.
Cool. Plain white jumps out of the space plane ahead, and you see a parachute pop out, and the parachute says plain white, like spelled in like black letters on a white parachute. And then the space plane just keeps going.
Nice. Where's dude?
It's gonna crash.
I asked if he had a second parachute.
So, did you ask plain white where's dude?
Yeah.
Plain white goes, "He's supposed to jump out." Did he not jump out? I mean, and when I look up, I see my own name. I don't see like anything else. I got a parachute on. So he didn't jump out.
Your plane has autopilot to land, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I call the dude.
You hear beep 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 beep. You like, "Hey, how's it going?" Says Evilstein.
Okay. And I'm like, "Hey, you were supposed to jump out of the plane."
I kind of got cold feet.
I'm like, "Jump out of the plane right now. It's going down. Jump the fuck out of the plane."
He's like, "Well, I thought I could land it so that I just wouldn't."
Fuck it. I'm teleporting. I just teleport him out of the plane.
Another
That's gonna be
use.
two.
Another 2 use.
Because now they're actually on the island, so I can't remove them.
Say the last thing you did because it lagged out.
I made a wormhole to teleport him out of the plane to like where we all are.
Okay, cool. So you wormhole him out, and he goes like, "Oh, the Mayan thing is," and you're like the plane's going down. Plain white's like, "What the fuck? And it crashes in the distance. You see this big explosion. And he's like, oh my gosh. I haven't lost such an expensive plane since the last time I was on fucking Dinosaur Island.
And like, first off, is your plane, you should like have a better autopilot. Second off,
hey, did you cut off my autopilot? He like turns to Evilstein and he's like, what's an autopilot? And I'm like, this fucking...
He's evil, he screwed up my plane.
I can't get a break today.
I'm like, okay, next time we're in this situation, if we're with someone, just grab them and jump out of the plane. Like, don't give them a chance. Fucking.
Kirby said, how about the one he crashed into the Home Depot? The fucking burnt. Plain White is like, that was to get $1 million.
How much
you know
time
what
is in
I
the
could
session?
do with $1 million?
60. Or
6.
13, right?
13.
The stream itself is only like 46 minutes in, so...
So 14 minutes.
So awesome. So, going into the temple. Cautiously.
Cautiously.
It's a good thing Jet hasn't pulled me into all of this.
So you guys...
You could, though. You could help.
I don't read subspace communicators, so the only way Jet could get me in is if he forced me in.
Well, you guys can see him over subspace.
Yeah. And we're like, you dick, all this
But he doesn't hear you. Or respond.
continues to just... No, I'm like going to the temple.
So you're heading into the temple. When the last person walks in, you guys feel the temple start to sink.
Nice.
Okay. You guys keep going.
Yeah, because if worse comes to worse, if it just sinks, I can just teleport us out. Okay.
Okay, so you guys keep going. It gets darker and darker.
How quick is it sinking?
Pretty fast.
Oh.
Darker and darker. It's now dark. You guys know you're in a hallway, but you can't see shit.
Nice. Plain White, do you have anything?
Kirby said you could pay attention to your communicator and join him.
It's actually off right now that I think about it.
Oh, you did turn that bitch
Do the
off.
subspace
So you can't even
have,
see
like,
me.
flashlights on?
No.
No? Okay.
Evil Stein is like, fuck, it's like being in the supply closet.
Did you have a flashlight in the supply closet?
He was like, no, I did not.
Okay.
It was
I
very
about
dark.
to make you go back and get it.
I'm glad that is not what happened.
Right?
2 more power uses just to get a flashlight.
Right.
Plain White
I
said
wouldn't
you
even
could
walk.
just turn your subspace communicator on and join him.
But it's not directly related to the situation, so I can't just turn it on.
You could if you were trying to get involved.
But why would I?
Dinosaur Island.
I don't know
Mayan
about that. I've never heard
temple.
of Dinosaur Island.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I have an idea.
Mhm.
So I'm going to within the Earth's atmosphere so that it's still protected by ozone and so I don't get a whole bunch of fucking radiation. I open up a black hole that I can manipulate without having to use another power. I open up a black hole that is pointed toward the sun. And then I open up like the other end of it, so I guess a wormhole. Like but like really high up in the atmosphere, like fucking really high up in the atmosphere. And I open it up like really small in my hand. Like a flashlight.
Are you kidding me? Jet?
Why not?
No!
It's a wormhole.
He's not using it to like shoot a solar flare or something. He's just
You
catching.
can't just get light
He's
from that.
catching a little sunlight,
Why not?
and he's using. Okay.
So I'm like looking around with the flashlight.
So you're looking around and you see a bunch of like dinosaur faces like inscribed on the walls and shit.
I'm like, these are sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. I'm gonna point the flashlight. Evilstein, walk forward.
Evil Stein's like,
Carefully.
I'm very scared.
And I'm like, you have to do what I say, and I'm not fucking making this a choice.
Alright, he walks forward. He's like, I'm still scared. Kirby said, I call hacks.
On which part? Him? Yes, I would agree.
So Evil Stein's walking forward, and he's like, so why me?
And I'm like,
He's still doing it. He's just like, why is it me?
And I'm like, because you're the leader of this operation, and you're the brave heart to our story. So without you,
Kirby said
we
the
don't have
flashlight.
Yeah, I agree with you
I'm like,
completely.
without you, we have no LeBron. Without you, we have no star power. So you're the one who's bringing this mission home, from being the abandoned underdog to being the leader of the tribe called Quest. We're trekking.
He's like still walking. He's made it like a significant distance away.
Awesome. And I'm like following exactly in his footsteps. Like,
Okay, you are. It's like trying to make sure you don't fuck up.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'm not the abandoned lost one. I'm the guy who made it out. I'm the nigga who tells the story. If anything, I'm now the leader of. It's not even Dr. Evil's troop. It's the one man Evil Stein.
And I'm like, I agree, but you get too much of yourself, and I'm gonna just teleport you into another black hole that kills you.
Damn, Evil Stein's like, why you gotta be so rude?
Because nobody takes my fucking position as the leader of this.
Well, when he takes my position, I'm lost.
So I tell Plain White behind
goes,
me.
drama.
So I tell Plain White behind me, like, carefully walk in our footsteps so that you don't trigger a booby trap or any shit.
Plain White's like, I'm sure glad that you told me that before I stepped on that tile back there. And there's like a suppressed tile on the floor. Do a check.
Oh, fuck me.
Also, did you mark off when you made the wormhole?
Yeah, I have 3 power usages left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he's almost out of powers.
4-2, made it.
Okay. Do checks now for Plain White and Evil Stein.
Made it.
Okay, for who?
Plain White.
Okay, for you're like, I don't give a fuck about Evil Stein.
Evil Stein lost.
He didn't even set out the fucking trap. Kirby said started streaming 52 minutes ago. So, Evil Stein finds himself suddenly frozen in a block of ice. Okay.
So I open my wormhole up larger, and I'm gonna try and heat the ice.
Without the radiation coming out.
Yeah, but it's still sunlight.
It's a very slow melting process. You feel like you would have to just keep that, and you would want more of them. Like, you're like, this is just really inefficient. I'm trying to, like, eat a popsicle with a severed tongue. Like, I don't, yeah.
And I'm like, Plain White, like, help me break him out of this ice.
Plain White is like, don't worry, I watch Batman and Robin. He has like a little like wrist laser thing. And he's like carving away like the ice and shit.
Nice. And so then while he's doing that, because that seems much more efficient. But fuck it, I could have just made my thing really tiny and made it into a laser. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and like help him.
Okay, and you're both just like cutting ice away. And Plain White's like, now you gotta be really careful, because if you fuck up, you'll just like dismember him.
Meanwhile, he starts cutting off fingers.
Like that tile.
So as you guys are like cutting ice away from it, you realize this is like way harder than it like seems like it would be. Like the closer you get to him, the harder it is to not hit him with the laser.
Okay, so I'm like.
You have to check.
Yeah.
Okay. Barely.
You pass?
No.
Oh, you barely failed. So, stream, pick a body part.
Fuck me. Don't be like Hart.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'd probably go hand.
Fucking Star Wars in this bitch.
Luke, you're not the leader of this expedition.
Fucking
Luke, you're the guinea pig of this expedition.
Who passed the check? Plain White.
Well, Plain White's like useful as fuck.
Kirby said, yeah, the hand. Give him a cybernetic hand. So you cut his hand off. Left or right, Matt?
Right, make him useless.
Unless he's left-handed.
Do a check to see if he's left-handed.
Nope.
That nigga was right-handed. He's now defrosted, and he goes, oh! Oh, shit. He was like, I don't even, like, it doesn't even really hurt. Like, you guys cauterized it,
Yeah.
but I still don't have a fucking right hand.
Wait, but it would just be on the ground, right?
I'm not gonna... What? He, like, looks at his hand. He's like, what am I gonna do with my hand?
Aiden, tell him to pick it up.
What? That's not how this works. It's not like a robot hand. It's a hand. Like it's just set. It's on the fucking ground.
You could, like, sew it back.
Kirby said, "What would using Restore on him do? With his missing hand, you heal health points. It doesn't give him limbs back." Aiden's thinking.
Okay.
Meanwhile, monsters appear.
No. Okay, I'm gonna use my undo decision.
Kirby said, "Worth a shot. You're gonna undo."
I'm gonna use my undo thing to make him undo having stepped on the tile, and instead make us safely go all the way to the place where the jewel is.
You can't undo all the way to the future. And it would only change his own decision. Like, it wouldn't be like... You
But
can't
I'm
be
not
like...
gonna use a power for that. Then never mind.
If a baby, like, was born and then, like, spittled a little bit on his mouth, you can't be like, I undo that he spittled on his mouth, and he's gonna go to college and work at IBM.
I don't know, that sounds fair.
Okay.
You let a lot more worse stuff get through.
So then I'm like, I get you. Sorry about your hand. Leader of this expedition, you have to keep leading us toward the continued thing.
He's like, can I be the leader of the back of the expedition?
I'm like, nah, you're the leader.
I can
of
lead the
expedition.
caboose.
You
I
can lead the
I
straight
can
up front of
lead
this.
the back of us to the vest.
You can lead us straight into
Man, this sounds like a lot of backsass. Maybe I'll have to kill you.
So
You can lead the suicide expedition if you want.
so as you guys continue through this fucking, don't you still have like a laser on?
I open it just to be somebody.
You notice that there's just like a red like hole in like a wall, where like you just had a continuous running laser. Plain white is like. So what are we searching for?
Fucking Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Not the whole kingdom, just the second part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That thing that we were here for that you had, and then. Oh, fuck me. Wait a second.
You undid that a long time ago.
I could just undo the whole thing, have us have the skull, and undo at the same time.
But that's a very big time anomaly.
That's
But
a
it doesn't
huge.
matter.
But it
doesn't-
does because there's a continuity filled with
No,
a ton of.
but it doesn't matter. Undo
But-
a decision.
But here's the thing, you're affecting multiple players.
Yeah, we're saying it's a big thing only because it's gonna fuck everybody else.
But it doesn't.
Like to
say
the
that.
point where you're just gonna make a separate timeline.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I could do it.
but there are better things you can do.
It sounds like you're restricting people in a non-restrictive game.
Plain white goes, wait a minute, can't you make wormholes
So I could just wormhole the skull to it.
from the past?
Okay. So no, but when I try and do that, it just like my power dissipates.
I wish you guys could see Aiden. He was like, ooh.
Hey, do you understand how I feel in these sessions?
Exactly. Yeah. No.
So the only issue with you undoing something so long ago is I've let Jared do stuff like that in old Jank Heroes.
Right.
But I only let stuff like that slide if like it's been multiple Jared sessions in a row. So it like only fucks up like Jared's continuity. If you do that, right?
Right.
Then like that would change everything that's happened since that episode.
Which was your first episode.
No, but it was still like earlier than now significantly.
Right, but otherwise, all I can do is either walk through this whole thing and only have a few more minutes, or be like,
I mean, alternatively, it can just be continued on another session.
Yeah, you can
But
just
I don't want to do that. I
find
want to
it.
get more things. I want to get more.
But what if you just end up with less things from your decision?
Then I'll just find the rest of them, and then Earth isn't fucked with slime monsters. I feel like it's a positive for me.
There are better ways to go about it that don't mean fucking up all of the continuity.
Like what?
Not doing it.
I don't see any other way out.
Plain white saying another way out.
So, Jet, maybe next time, don't let people control time.
There are plenty of people who control time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I try to open, I tell Plain White, if I try and open a wormhole to a gem that defies powers, it'll just not work.
plain white's like, normally what happens is you directly try to use your power on the thing, right? So a wormhole is like very proximity based.
So I could just be like, oh, it's the space around it.
Yeah, but plain white's like, but there's still an issue even with like the wormhole thing. If you grab it, it still like changes history and like changes a whole bunch of shit.
Why?
Okay, so you grab the skull, right? And then...
No, I would grab the skull in current time.
Oh, just to like where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way better. I hate continuity getting fucked up.
But then the whole thing would be like, oh, the skull dude resists, and the fucking...
Don't you need to know where it is, though? Or does that not matter? I like how you're like, no, I can just do it. Okay, so you're just gonna grab it? You're just gonna try to grab it?
But then it's gonna fade away.
I don't think so. It seems very proximity.
And then just like, I got
Wait. But don't grab it with the wormhole. Like, you would have to go through and, like, try it. That's what I'm saying.
But that's 2 more uses. He'll have 1 power. He's screwed.
Also, we hit time.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
It's 10:10. We
It's
started
10.
at 9:13.
We started at 9:13. Oh,
The
never mind.
stream, yeah.
Yeah, the stream counter got me fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm gonna open a wormhole for all 3 of us, and I'm gonna be like, Stein, you're going in first.
Stein's like, oh, I hope there's a hand on the other side of this fucking thing. And he, like, walks through the wormhole, and he suddenly, like, falls backwards through the wormhole with, like, a hard knuckle indent in his fucking forehead. And it's just a red, big-ass bruise on his face. And he's like, ah! Leading the expedition. It's just like a gash of blood on his fucking forehead.
Do you get to roll for that?
Roll 2d so you can get the difference in the damage. I don't know why you did that. He rolled 2d20 twice for like whatever reason.
Wait. 0.
You
Okay.
gotta re-roll that. That's not how that works. For real though, you can never take 0 damage from a thing. He punched you.
2.
He took 2 damage.
Okay, so
He's bleeding. He took 2 damage.
me and Plain White both grab him, pick him up, and walk through the wormhole.
You in
Using
plain
him
white.
as a shield.
You in plain white. Oh.
Using
So
him
you're
as a
holding him
shield.
like in front.
Yes.
So you guys walk in, and the like crystal skull dude is like, he's just like punching the shit out, and then your boy Evil Stein is like,
his body together and simultaneously hit the dude in the skull as hard as he can with his hands like flying back into himself.
with Evil Stein's body.
Yes.
Kirby says he has a dent in his face and is bleeding. 2 damage. And you like try to hit the dude in the skull as hard as you can with Evil Stein's body. The skull guy doesn't flinch, but Evil Stein takes like 3 damage rolls.
Let me help you out with that, Aiden.
Yeah. Well, first off, you can't do that.
I like how Aiden was like, no, stop. It's already set.
So, 2,
So he's taking 4.
3,
So he's taking 7.
4.
So he's taking 11. So your boy Evil Stein, he's not conscious. He's just really fucked up and bloody and scarred and shit.
Okay, so then real quick, what I'm going to do before it ends, I'm going to use my last power usage to split the wormhole thing into a white hole that's still on the same island, that's like sucking from the island, but just spits it out hard as fuck in a very condensed like little stream, like a laser. Just all of the matter and energy, not all of the energy from the island, but like in a little stream going very slow for like the amount of matter that it is, but like barreling through this fucking dude straight like into his chest, like ripping his whole body off of his skull.
So you're gonna shoot Dinosaur Island at someone?
Yes, but like in a like not all of it at once, like a fraction of the matter
Particulate.
going, like crazy fucking fast.
Okay, you're at Springdale Power Plant. You shoot the particulate at him like really hard,
Yeah.
in front of like the main generator for Springdale Power Plant, and it like rockets him into the fucking generator, and the power in Springdale goes out.
How did we just appear there?
That's where he was.
Wait, what?
He wasn't on Dinosaur Island.
Wait, then the punching on the room. What?
Okay.
Yeah. So
he took the skull. He took the jewel or whatever.
The skull guy was not on Dinosaur Island.
Okay.
So you rocket him into the generator or whatever. The power goes out in Springdale. What's the current time?
14.
14. Then we hit.
But what happens?
The lights go out, right?
Right. But it
then,
broke his body. It fucked him up.
Well, we'll see next time on.
Don't be no.
It's a cliffhanger. It's a good cliffhanger.
But I did damage. I should at least be able to roll for how much fucking damage he took.
Wow, people have my same opinions, Jet. I wonder why.
Well, because if you already have done an action, you should be able to redeem the consequences of that action.
But you did it like right at the end.
But before we've gone over time, and you've been like, no, but you have to see how much damage you took.
You can. Well, how much? Do like a damage roll.
Which is what?
It's 2d. The difference of 2d20.
Takes 1 damage.
Difference of 2. 1 damage.
He took 1 damage. Cool. Let's see. Kirby said, "All right, I'm blast the crap out of him." Black screen. Yeah.
But he's still getting hit with this fucking beam.
Yeah, cliffhanger. What do you think of this session?
I'm not satisfied.
You're not satisfied?
Yeah.
That's what cliffhangers are supposed to. They're
No.
supposed to make you want more.
No,
it
Jet,
didn't
that's
make
not how
me
that
want
works.
more. It made me like.
You're
less
supposed to get
inclined
through your
everything.
adventure.
Kirby said, "Holy crap! I took 18 damage from Spider Jaws. This guy got hit with fucking Dinosaur Island as a beam."
1 damage.
It was a small beam.
You're like, I just started firing, and he got hit with like some of the dust. Wait until like he gets hit by my fucking dinosaur. Ooh. But yeah, I feel like it was exciting.
That's good.
How do you feel like it compares to your other adventures?
Bad.
Bad? What's your favorite adventure you've done so far?
My last one.
Your last one? So the one before this one.
Mhm.
What was your last one? Was it also?
Well,
It was
I
also
collecting
Dinosaur
the
Island.
skull. I was
Yeah.
collecting. It wasn't just Dinosaur Island. It was Dinosaur Island and the mud pit.
And the mud pit.
Well, the lake, but that's now a mud pit.
Mm-hmm. That is a guy. Kirby said, "RNG bros."
Orangey bros?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're orange?
Like random number generator.
Pray to your RNG gods.
Your RNGesus. But yeah. I mean, that's just what happens when you hit time. Cliffhanger. Kirby said, "Always pray to RNGesus."
So how does continuity work for anybody going after this?
Power's out in Springdale unless it gets fixed.
But like, is it gonna be a new day?
It
Because
can-
he's still in the middle of a fight.
And also there are like things all over Springdale.
Mhm. And now there's no power. And the water supply was already fucked up because Springdale Bay got turned into a mud
Everyone's
pit.
dead.
Yeah, and Jet's gonna Deus Ex Machina all of it away.
I don't know. It's stacking up kind of hard right now. So we'll have to see.
I could have done it, but like I could have made a thing that like sucks up all the goo.
I've never seen someone use all their powers in a session. So I gotta hand it to you, Aiden. He literally used every power he
I mean,
had.
I've come close. I've come to like 4 3 powers.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I feel like you rarely use your stuff.
Well, I rarely use my stuff in situations where I'm not in combat.
What combat scenario were you in?
What is Bond?
Bond is essentially, if you have positive bond, you can spend it to boost your dice rolls. If you have negative bond, it's a permanent thing that always negates or negatizes your things.
Is
Like,
that a thing that we even have in this version?
yes, it's the thing that Jet had in the original and this, and it's been dumb in both versions.
How, like I haven't gotten any yet. so,
Because you don't get close to anybody, you cause everybody to kill themselves.
um,
I feel like the girl that you ignore on Andraxia might give you Bond eventually when she's not ignored and abandoned on Andraxia.
She's not ignored. There's a lot of shit going on. I wouldn't want to bring her here, and she's like, "Why did you bring me to a worse situation?"
And gets negative bond for doing that.
She's like, "I actually hate you now. You brought me to hell." And I'm like,
Rolls D20, gets negative 20 bond, can never hit anything ever again.
Gosh.
This is why bond is terrible in your version, Jet.
How do you feel about the state of Springdale right now?
Sounds like we need to move to a new city.
Or be heroes and fix it. Just
I
like
mean,
heroes.
you've looked at my power list.
The one person who could save it, Constructo, is just fucked.
Constructs.
No, Constructo.
Construct.
You're combining constructs.
It's
with
just construct.
Imagine if Constructs was Constructo and he was like a demonic clown who can stick his head in his ass and enter the realm between hell and limbo, but was super fast and good at building things and had a liking for oranges.
But yeah, I wonder why construct is
Wait,
dead.
I think I could do that
Like fuse people together?
with two black holes. Come together and make a single singularity that pushes all their matter together and then spit them back.
I don't think that'll make a living thing.
I don't think he'll survive.
But if I can compress something into a singularity that's an island and it still be an island, I feel like I can kind of do whatever I want.
But that doesn't put them together.
Doesn't cause them to be living.
Yeah, like shooting the island, right?
Right.
And absorbing the island.
But the island was still alive and a thing.
Alive.
Like,
I mean, it had living things on
yeah.
it. But you didn't say, I'm going to take this dinosaur, and I'm going to take this dinosaur, and I'm going to wormhole them. Like, you're trying to do The Fly. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
You're trying to do The Fly.
I'm not saying I would know what would happen when they came out. I'm just saying it'd be a lot.
I don't think it'd be a lot. Ramming them together like that. I feel like that's a very interesting way to die.
Wait, so then, okay, so I could just open a wormhole back in time to before they were created and just make them created in a different way.
How so? That actually sounds really
He's
interesting.
essentially saying ram them in every possible way until they make a living being.
That's not what he said at all. He said go back in time, and
Yeah.
that's like saying like, man, I don't like constructs. I'm gonna go back in time to before he was born. I'm gonna fuck his mom. I'm gonna raise him right. Like I don't.
Okay, so then I would just open a wormhole to a different dimension where he looks like and acts like Cuppo, but has all the powers of dude, and just grab that guy and be like,
do what I say.
yeah.
So you're gonna try and that sounds really interesting. You've yet to do that. Like try to wormhole to like another
Fuck,
dimension.
I could just wormhole to a dimension where everything's exactly the same, but there aren't fucking slime monsters everywhere.
You would like put yourself in like an alternate like setting entirely.
Yeah.
Which means that we wouldn't be affected by anything you do because you're gone.
Not necessarily, because he can just come back.
I mean, you could, but like,
But
odds
with
are.
all the fucking crystals and be like, what up? Because then there are infinite numbers of crystals.
Good luck. We're
Good
not
luck.
sure. We're not sure. You've yet to try this yet.
There's a
You
good.
could go to like another world and be like, yeah, where are them crystals at? And they'd be like, what's Andrax? And you're like, what?
But if there's a multiverse of things.
But you don't know if there's an infinite multiverse. Keep in mind, like Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Super has a multiverse. That's like 12 fucking universes, and they're not identical. They're in pairs that are kinda identical, but not really. Like you can have a multiverse, and all your universes be really different. Just saying that is a thing. But that would be an interesting playthrough. So right now it's like 10:22. I know Matt was like, I don't want to just do Jank Heroes all that. I
Well,
want
it
to
depends.
some other stuff.
If we were to do one more with me being the main, would we have time to do anything else?
Nah, I would probably have to start getting ready. Hopefully Daniel didn't fucking cuck me like he did last night. I'm still a little salty, as you can tell, Aiden, about the Daniel thing.
Wait. Oh, about going to bed?
Yeah, because I like stopped hanging out with you guys to be like, I gotta make sure I don't cuck Daniel, and then I get back and Daniel's like, I already cucked you.
So then you could just be like, I'm gonna cuck you back and just do whatever I want.
No, it's not right to, just because it happens to you doesn't mean you just like hit him up again. Aiden did a like shrug. It's like if I was playing this game, I wouldn't make people kill themselves either. We just have a difference of opinion on like how to do things.
But you said you don't. But I could.
Go
Outside.
lag. Okay,
This
we're
Not
back.
raining anymore.
Cause Daniel's a good guy, and I'm sure he doesn't know that he cucks me when he cucks me, but he does. Hey, this outdoors. What are you doing? It's like watching anime without headphones. They're like, well, can you turn that shit off? I'm going to bed. Like you just.
feel like this is outside. You can feel outside. What are you talking about?
He's like, I can hear things that are outside. Just because you're outside doesn't mean I'm like. It'd be funny if Daniel was the guy who opened the door. You're like, what the fuck am I hearing? And I was like, you're disturbing me even more. You're outside.
How would it disturb him more than you being next to him in the dorm playing the same thing?
It would be interesting. Have you ever like been woken up by like petty shit, but not by people purposely trying to wake you up?
I feel like I'm pretty woke if that's what you're asking. I have. I don't really care.
I don't know. I just don't want to. I want to set the precedent of me not like fucking his sleep schedule up in the hopes that like he like shares that and like doesn't fuck mine.
So then what you should do is anytime he comes home, be like, I'm asleep.
No,
He doesn't care.
because Daniel has essentially already done that kind of thing.
Then it doesn't matter. Why are you so concerned about it?
Because the best way to lead is by example.
But if the person doesn't care and they're gonna do like that's like if you're like I'm gonna teach this serial killer that like doing community service is a good thing, and they're like, I don't care what you're doing, I'm stabbing people, and you're like, but leading by example, and they're like, I don't care what you're doing.
They're like, hold on, let me tie a Walmart bag to your arm. And he's like stabbing people, and it's like, yeah, he's keeping the blood off the ground, cleaning it. You're doing such a good job. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell to notify you when these live streams. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below of how you thought about this episode and what theories you may have. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, here with Man, he went into like third gear. And
And how am I still alive in this slime apocalypse?
logging out.